Oh my gosh. Welcome back to the Lucy White podcast. I am Lucy Sims. Sorry. I'm so excited to be talking to you all. Oh my gosh. Let me start by taking a deep breath. It is Friday, August 30th, 7:36 p.m. I am finally by myself. Let me just go ahead and flip that around. Actually, sometimes I feel like it keeps me grounded. Let me keep it. I'm finally by myself. Y'all don't know. I mean, especially with this past year and probably not around as many people as I have been this whole week. I think I have been around more people this whole week than I have been this whole year. So, I don't know if you can imagine how overstimulated I am. As, I don't like using the word introvert, but as a very empathic, introverted person, let's just use it. Why do I not like using it? I don't know. I feel like people just have different definitions for it, and then it's like, I just have to kind of explain to you what I mean by introvert if I use that word. But I feel, like I do need alone time. I do, and I have been doing it. I feel like in the past, if I needed alone time and I was with people, I just wouldn't do it. I would make a sacrifice, be a marred, just not take the time for myself and do it. I wouldn't. But I have this week, and I'm really proud of myself for that. I just find a random room at school and lock myself in there, and yeah. I don't care. I mean, I need to put myself first. Okay. And I'm really proud of myself for doing that. But this week I'm wearing this shirt, kind of, is that ironic? I don't know. I'm a transfer student, technically a junior, suspected graduation date, May of 2026. We'll see that, if that happens. Yeah. I'm gonna put this at a diagonal. Maybe that, like, semi-grounds me, but I can't really see myself. Okay? Yeah, I've been really busy this whole week. Finally got a break today, and then today, people have been constantly in the house today. I didn't really plan that. Some people were gonna come around 12 to put in a new counter for the bathroom, like right behind my room, so when they're like banging it on, they've just been banging on it all day, and they were complaining that it was supposed to be a 30-minute job, but it's taking like hours. And then my granddad's been in and out all day, and he just left. I'm grateful for my granddad, but he just left, and I'm like starting a new dog's animal sitting. There's more cats than one dog, like 4 cats. I've watched them before a few weeks ago. Probably talked about them. And I'm doing that until Sunday morning, and then I hope to go to the lake. I've been wanting to go to the lake so badly, just for like a day and a half maybe before I start school. I've been like looking forward to that, and I know I accepted this job like knowing that I could have had maybe like a few more days at the lake, but she had asked me like 2 days ago if I wanted to do like Monday and Tuesday as well, and I'm like, no, I'm not available. I'm gonna be gone at the lake, swimming, relaxing, having fun before I start school, which will be interesting. I just got this desk. I'll probably put it in a vlog. I don't want to, if you like listen to this, I don't want to just like cater to people watching, but it's really cute. I bought it. I said to my mom, I'm like, I kind of want a desk. And then the next day, she sent me something on Room Services, a store in Lexington of like antique stuff. And I was like, oh, cool. And I was like walking with someone, and I even showed her. I'm like, you think this is cute? And then like later on, I'm like, during this break, I'm like in the commuter room, like eating snacks, trying to, with my little like cheap airplane headphones, trying to watch a podcast and like Arrested Development. I even like turned one of the comfy chairs like towards the window. I'm like, I need to like not be facing these people. I need some sense of alone time, and that's how I made my alone time. And then I'm like texting, I'm like, I kind of do like that desk. And so I went and went to the store, and I bought it myself. My mom did Venmo me like half of it. She said she did a little more than a half, and I'm like kind of curious why. I think I was like, I did ask her, I'm like, you want to split it? And she did, but I think she wants to take the pillows that came with it. They came with like 2 really comfy pillows that I'm like using now. I don't really love the design. Okay, if you see it on camera, it's like bluish green, white. But yeah, I'm not sure why she did more than a half. Maybe she's trying to help me. She's been really nice to me. You know what annoys me? When, like, I get it, but it makes me feel something. But, like, I respect everyone in their lives. But when people are, like, really stressed out, like, around me, does anyone like that? Let me know. Do you like people being stressed out around you? That's weird if you do. Like, if they're just, like, doing busy work around you, like, don't know what to do, and they're just doing stuff. I kind of felt like my granddad was doing that earlier, and it kind of annoyed me. But then I'm like, okay, what am I in control of? My body, how I feel, breathe, just do me, be me, try not to let other people bother me. Being around people that are a lot younger than me this week, I've learned a lot. And, I mean, thinking about me, like, I'm very grateful that I am in the position I am in. Like, just thinking back to when I was a freshman, like, that's just, I literally did not, like, I wanted to care about school, but I was just putting, like, my boyfriend ahead of me at the time, and I really am kind of, am I, like, reliving? It's kind of like a new start in a good way. I don't know. Some people were, like, saying they're like, you don't look that old. I wouldn't have guessed you were that old. I'm like, thanks. Okay. One of my dreams the other day was this the one Big City Pizza delivers? Okay, so it's the poop dream. I had to go to the bathroom, and someone came into the house, and I'm, like, quick talking, trying to get him to leave. I don't remember if I had already pooped my pants before he came in or after, but I did, and I'm, like, holding it. And that's pretty much it. But do we think... I looked it up, and it was something like you feel like you're, like, hiding something. And that's just interesting, because this is what I want to talk about. Because this is, like, I never had, like, a YouTube channel while going to school and, like, being around people all the time. like having even really like having a job. I did apply to Cinemark like 2 days ago, and I think they called me when I was on the way to Fazoli's yesterday, because I looked up the number, and I don't get voicemails. If they've left me voicemail, I didn't get it, but I don't know. What's the word where we go back? Not disregard. That one guy on TikTok uses it all the time. I regale? No, I don't know. Comment down below if you know what I'm talking about. Like, you go back to the story. Oh, Big City Pizza just turned around. I wonder if they tried to go through the gate and they couldn't. I don't know the word. Let me look it up. I'll edit this, maybe. What's the word where you go back into what you were talking about? You get off track and then you're where you go off track. Why is it not coming up? Ooh, I just found something else that seems interesting. Why did Jesus say to Peter, "Get behind me, Satan"? I will click on that for later. What is the word? When you get off track talking and you go back to what you were talking about. Dennis Quaid said it to Howie Mandel and his daughter the other day. I don't like being frustrated or like just being annoyed on the podcast, but oh my gosh, nothing. Why can't you just read my mind? Because I'm really not like, and this is interesting, I haven't seen my therapist in a few weeks, but I remember last time we were talking, showing me like the feelings wheel, like where there's like anger, happiness, blah, sadness, blah blah blah, and then like the 10 words that go into each category. And I was thinking about like, why is it so, it's kind of easier for me to express my anger. I mean, through painting it is, and then like when I film or talk like this, like it's kind of easier for me to express my anger than it is for any other feeling. I need to let go of that word. It'll probably come back to me later, but let's move on. I disregard, I regale, what is it? I digress. I knew I had it. I digress. Leave the main subject temporarily in speech or writing. I digress. Yeah, it's easier for me to express my anger for some reason. Like in this type of way. Like in person, I've definitely worked on it. Because I was the type to like hold it in and bubble up and then explode. And I've definitely worked on it, but I'm really not like, I don't love to not be nice to people. I like to be nice to people. I don't like to put negative emotions on other people or just like be a negative energy around people. I don't. The internet could be a different story. But that's what, like, I'm not spreading negativity to you all. A minute before I started filming, I found this random black ball. I looked it up. I think it says Fit Pulse. But we don't have any of those products here. I really do not know where it came from. It was under this chair. The weirdest thing. It's really weird. I have no idea. I digress. I also had a dream about my ex. It's always like one ex, which is interesting. I changed my room around the other day. I like it. I want to do a room tour one day. I want someone else to hold the camera, like MTV Cribs, though. So, if anyone lives near here and wants to volunteer for that. Oh, okay, back to the story. I digress. How many times can you digress in a podcast? Okay. Okay, the podcast thing and being embarrassed of something or like hiding something. Like, I don't want to be like, hi, I'm Lucy Sims. I have a podcast. I like to post on YouTube. Do you want to be in a video with me? Like, that's not, like, that would be, well, first of all, I kind of want to be, like, careful about who I have in a video. Like, I wouldn't just say that to everyone. So that's it's like, I want to be able to, I don't know if I want to be able to trust you before I tell you. Like, it'd be cool if people just found out on their own. But then, I don't want to be hiding it either. I don't know. I told my art teacher, we were talking about a third party person, and I'm like, oh, I had him on a podcast once. And I like laughed after I said it. She didn't ask any follow-up questions, but if she did, like, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a liar. Big fat liar. Great movie. So I did say that. She probably had gears turning in her head, like, does he have a podcast? Does she have a podcast? Or she probably didn't give a F at all, which I don't blame her. But, you know, it's so freeing kind of being yourself. This person she's like really super nice. Like, super nice. Kind of like, a little bit it's like, what are you hiding? You know? This person that I'm talking about. And I don't know if I used to be like that. I really don't know how other people perceive me. But it is kind of like, what are you hiding? It's like, you can't be so nice all the time. Like, I've noticed this change. I'm like talking to this person. It's like, usually I kind of like reflect what the other person's giving me, like, a little bit, like, but I'm like, I'm not gonna smile. Like, I'm just gonna be me. Like, I'm not gonna smile the whole time, kind of like a fake smile. Like, I'll smile when I want to smile. I will make a thinking face when I'm making a thinking face. I don't know. Like, I'll just be me and not feel like I'm, like, putting up a front or, like, acting. That's what I felt like I was acting a lot of my life. I've been thinking a lot, like, I really want to act. I feel like that would be so much fun. I've done, like, a bunch of these, like, random classes this week, and one of them, it's like, they had us write on a piece of paper, like, what did you want to be when you were growing up? Like, and even, like, icebreakers, like, if you could be anything ever at all. I don't think I ever said actor. Oh, I did write on the piece of paper though, like be on TV or something. Like I always thought that would be so cool. But like thinking about it, like it would be so fun to just play a different person for a day or for a scene. Like that's just fun. I just want to have fun and enjoy myself. So I think that would be cool in my future. I will look back at this and see how I manifested it. In middle school, I remember like at a lunch table, like when I was very shy, like I don't know why I feel like people were discussing winks, and then I don't know if they asked to see my wink, but then I did it, and then I remember people being like, "That's such a good wink," and like it being a thing. Like I was a good winker. You know what else I am good at? That I don't. So these must be talents or like not attributes. What are they? Aptitudes. Is aptitudes are kind of things that you're like born good at. I'm a good winker. Wait, that was a bad one. That was a bad one too. But I have really good veins. I gave blood yesterday. Finally, I'm part of the Triple Crown Club, and I got this family thing. I've been looking forward to this. The next, after 3 sections, I hope to get this ice fan cooling thing. But yeah, they were like obsessed with my veins. People were. I'm like, I'm gonna tell my mom about this. They asked me, well, first of all, I usually like do it on my phone on the app to like schedule, and there was like no scheduling thing. I was leaving after a long day, but like I just wanted to do it yesterday rather than today, because today there was no appointments either, so I just wanted to get it done yesterday. There were no appointments, but I showed up anyway, and they got me in real quick. At first, they tested my hemoglobin, which is like your iron levels, and it wasn't high enough the first time. And then they're like, "You want someone else to do it? Try it again." And I'm like, "Sure." Like I came all this way, and then I ate a few pretzels when the people were out of the room, and they did the other one, and I passed. And they said that happens all the time. But one time I did get denied, and I don't think they did it a second time. Maybe it was too low to do it a second time. I don't know. But I passed, and then like grabbed my snacks, Coke, honey buns, pretzels, and then I get more. I went to the bathroom. Well, then they came up like right away. They're like, they always say Anne. That's my real name if you didn't know. Ooh, we're getting close. I probably said that. They asked if they could do like the trainee on me. She was like reassuring me, like they've done phlebotomy before, blah 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 blah. I'm like, sure. So it was like cute. Like I felt like I was helpful in some way, and they always ask like what arm, and I'm like, I don't care. And then the other girl was like, we're gonna let her see which one she wants to do. She wanted to do the right arm, but they were like, they're both good. And like 10 people would walk by and be like, those are such good veins, or like those are such good. And I'm like, is it because I'm healthy? No, I was like, is it because I'm young? And then later I'm like, is it because I'm healthy? Is it they were saying some young people don't have great veins. They said something about being hydrated, so they're like, are you hydrated? I'm like, yeah. They're like, yeah. But I don't know. I feel this is good to know. And I got O negative, so that they're like, you're a dream person. And I don't flinch when the needle comes in me. I don't flinch. Okay? Okay. Yeah, I've been waiting. I'm glad I'm doing this when the sun's still up a little bit. It's like 8 o'clock. The sun should be going down soon, but yeah. I'm glad I'm doing it before the sun goes down. The red light flashing keeps making me think that a fire truck is here, but it's not. I'm driving. Okay. I haven't explained to anyone, like my mom, my granddad keeps asking. Don't ask me. If you're listening to this and you're curious, don't ask me. I'm not going to explain it to you, so don't ask. Me, what's wrong with my car? I have it scheduled for an appointment at GMC in a couple weeks. So I'm driving my dad's old car, which was meant for my mom, but then my dad ended up driving it a lot, and I drove it with him. It's like a small convertible, which is nice. It's got some things. It had to be like started up. That's not a problem though. Like what's the thing where you put the things on the thing? The like started up from the other car. I'm just forgetting words today. But that always has to happen because we don't drive it that much. But it's been so hot. It's literally been 100 degrees. Like, if I leave the top open, like when I was getting in the store with my mom with the desk thing, and I came back, the seat was on fire. And then, like, if you're sitting in traffic in 100-degree weather and the top down, like, it's just hot. Which is fine. And now the window roll up, so I got a towel, like, sticking out of it. I'm going to park it in the garage tonight because my mom's gone, so. I haven't told her, though. I told my granddad earlier today, though. And then he's trying to tell me things. I'm like, I know. Or just, like, I left for, like, 30 minutes to check on the animals. Came back, and then he's, like, asking me kind of what I was doing. And, I mean, this is a thing with, like, my mom, anyone. I kind of don't like telling people what I'm doing. And that could be something I bring up to the therapist, but I also don't need a therapist to figure it out, you know? Why do I not like telling people what I'm doing? Like, I'll let you track me. That's what I told Melvin. I'm like, I'll let you track me if I could track you. He's like, no. I'm like, what? It's only fair, but... Because I told him, I'm like, I don't know why, but I just don't like telling people what I'm doing. He's like, but what if you're, like, haven't come back in a while, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I'll let you track me. So, but he didn't like that idea. But, like, even my mom, like, I just don't like telling people what I'm doing. It's not, like, it's kind of always been like that. Like, I'm just not gonna straight up tell you, like, oh, I got work tonight. Like, I would be, like, unless you need to know, I'd be like, I'm doing something later, or I'm busy later. Like, I would beat around the bush a little bit, maybe. Let me know what you think, and I'm up to discuss it. I was thinking about, like, interviewing myself today for the podcast. So, I could look up interview questions or I could think about them. I just don't like it. I would be more... I'm trying to think if I would be more open to telling people what I'm doing if you weren't, like, related to me, because that's kind of, like, most of the people I talk to. But I don't know. I just don't like it for anyone, I think. Something in my neck, like lower neck. I don't know. Something there. So I just started watching, like, a new show, like, 30 minutes, like, right before this. My sister brought it up. I don't know why the recording stops automatically. It's, like, always at 28, 29 minutes. I gotta remember that. But, it's called Kevin Can F Himself, and it's interesting. It's like a sitcom when the husband's there, but when the wife's like alone, it goes into like dramatic. Amy Murphy from Schitt's Creek is the wife, and it's interesting. And it stuff like that, it like brings me back to my old relationships and the old me, and I just feel bad. I really don't. I really don't want other people to feel that way at all. To feel like, I mean, it's just not an equal partnership, to feel like they have to walk around eggshells around their partner. Like, I hate that. Like, I get a feeling, it's kind of like in my heart. It is in my heart. Like, I hate that for other people. I really don't want other people to feel that way. It's just, I am grateful I'm not in that situation anymore. And I can talk about it more if I really am passionate about like wanting people to not be like that. If you're in a situation like that, because like I feel like it was really divine the way I kind of got out of it, because I would have stayed with that MF or with that man for like ever if it wasn't. I mean, it's kind of funny because I don't know if it's funny, but I was the last one to block him, and I feel like no, I was looking through photos and I ran across it, like one of, like, the day before I blocked him or something. Like, he's asking me if, maybe like a couple of days before, but we were texting like right when I blocked him. He was asking me to like watch his dogs, and it's just like, well, one dog, but it's just crazy that I don't know, it took a long while to kind of separate myself from. I do. I mean, it was just like I said, such a significant part of my life. But it really like took forever for me to like leave. That's how much I love someone, like, in my heart, but I have to use my brain in these situations. And I think that was what made me finally block him and end it, was my brain. So thank goodness for that, because like I truly can love anyone, like, to the worst like detriment. You can like almost treat me like whatever, and I would still forgive you and love you. But now my brain and my heart are more connected, and I recognize that I can love you and still not be like subject to your power in a bad way. Be like under your control. Like, I'm not gonna believe everything I say. Like, I feel like I can trust my instincts now. Like, looking back, I'm like, I had these instincts, but I kind of just ignored them because I loved him so much. And now I'm much more connected to my intuition and my brain, and I know that I deserve better. And I know I can get that. And I know that I am being like under an illusion and stupid if I do stay with someone that I have like intuitively feel like they're cheating on me. Like, why would I do that? Oh, baby's so cute. She was scared of thunder and hiding in the closet for a while. But yeah, it does kind of feel like I'm like having a, like at sometimes I've kind of felt like I was having a secret that I had a YouTube. A little bit. Because it's just like, and sometimes I felt like I was just because people didn't know my age. Like at one point, like the alcohol thing you have to sit in. Like I've done this like several times. The teacher like asked if anyone was 21 and I raised my hand, and so like another girl thought I was 21, and I told her later because it came up, and I'm like, I figured she meant anyone 21 and above, because she was telling this other girl she's 21, like I'm 21. I'm like, I'm actually 24. They're like, she's like, but you raised your hand for 21. I'm like, figured she meant anyone that was 21 and above. Like, I don't know if anyone figured anyone was, but yeah, whatever. But again, maybe I'll be more open with it because I do want to like collaborate with people. So sometimes I'd make jokes. One person, like with the dreams thing, like if you could be anything and like no money wasn't a thing. I don't know how the question was phrased. I just heard dream. And he said YouTuber, and I kept thinking, I wanted to ask him, like, do you post on YouTube? But I never did. So, yeah. Because, I mean, if it's your dream, then, like, start it. That's why I figured, like, I could help him or maybe be an inspiration, be like, just start it. Like, I don't know what you want to do on YouTube, but, like, just start. Just start. I want to shout out someone, and I feel like I've shouted him out before, but his name's Ethan King on YouTube. And then I try to look it up on YouTube, and it's hard to find, so maybe I'll tag him, but I don't want him to feel, like, weird. But also, like, I'm, like, obsessed with his videos, and I really love him. He's lost his dad, too, and I feel like I've lost my dad, too. I still feel him with me, but I really love how vulnerable and raw he is, and I really, like, love his videos. Yeah, I love you all. Thank you all for this therapy session. Oh, I hit 400 subscribers today. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I made it I like said it like a week, I don't know how long ago. I'm like, I really want to hit 400 before school starts, and I have. So that's pretty cool. Set these goals. I want to hit 500 in a couple months. I'm going to say that. That would be cool. Okay? Okay. I love you all. Thank you all for listening or watching. I hope this helped you in some way. I hope this entertained you at the very least. It entertained me. It's kind of hard to be entertained and like creating at the same time. Like when I'm like just talking to myself. but no, I feel like I can be entertained and creative at the same time. Okay, I love you all. Thank you all for listening, and I will see you all next week. Bye. I love all.